family? It's your boy JMystic coming back with another banger video. In today's video, I'm going to be giving y'all the most updated settings in Battlefield 6 coming after the most recent winter offensive update. We're talking best graphic settings, controller settings, and more. And friendly reminder and disclaimer, these settings are based off console settings as I am playing on PS5, so these settings will benefit us console players mostly. If you're on PC using controller, maybe some of these settings will still help you. All right, so up first, we're gonna go right over to settings. You can click L1 or whatever just to get over the settings. We're gonna start off with graphics. And what I noticed when I reset my category to play on default is that your field of view actually changes the sensitivity of your controller settings. So your aim settings, when you're aiming around, like the lower your field of view, the faster the game actually like turns in terms of like what you're doing. So starting off with your field of view, getting that right with what you want really adjusts how high or low your sensitivity should be in your controller and aim settings. All right, so with that out the way, we're gonna just quickly go right through the full settings. If you're on a 120 Hz monitor or more and you're actually using a display port, you want to change this from auto balance over to performance mode. From there, I have my brightness up to 55. I don't adjust my UI brightness, and I put my sharpness up to 55. I would say that you want to put your field of view from at least 110 to 119. Maybe you want to do 105. For me, I don't want to max it out at 120. 119 is what works for me. Same thing with vehicle. I max this out to 83. The weapon field of view stays the same. Narrow makes the weapon bigger. Wide makes the weapon smaller. I want to see more of the game than my weapon. And then from here, all of these settings get turned all the way off. All this gets all the way reset straight to 0. You're not going to have any of these things on. You're going to take your camera shake all the way down to 50. You're going to reduce camera bobbing, so you want to turn this on. And then from there, you're going to turn off all of these settings. As you can see, even just from doing that, you saw the game change. After that, we're gonna go over to HUD. Now, I didn't reset all these settings because I did not want to go back and change these back, but I'll walk through the settings that you do need to adjust. So all the settings break down what the descriptions are that you can see to the right. I'm gonna walk through this really quickly. The HUD padding is set to 0, and as you can see, the more that I put it up, the more the HUD comes in, like your map and the kill feed and all of those things. And I want to see that instead of having to look all the way to the bottom left corner of my screen or look all over the place, instead of being able to see everything tight up close and still be able to see my enemies and my gun and all that stuff ahead of me. From there, all these settings stay the same. I'm pretty sure I put my brightness of my big map to 83. Kill feed, all this stuff is on. All this stuff kind of stays the same. I didn't adjust any of the vehicle HUD and none of these stuff. From there, you can see the settings that I did change. If I hit reset, it starts off as small. I want my mini map to be large, so I put it on large. You can see all of this stuff stays the same. If you don't want your map to be enlarged and you want to see more of your map area, set this to 300, all of them. It makes a huge difference. None of these settings change. And then here are my crosshair settings. Change my crosshair color to pink, and I put the crosshair thickness on thick. From here are my hit indicator settings. Feel free to pause this where you need to. And then I didn't change my indicator numbers. The only thing that I did change is that I made the intensity of my damage indicator when you're getting shot. I made this bright red. I think the default is set to a lesser red, but I also want to see where I'm getting shot from. So I just adjusted this to be even more red. And then from there, nothing else changed. The next thing in gameplay, the one thing that I did adjust, when you jump off a high area and you don't want that roll camera effect, you turn this setting off. And then from there, I find myself not really mounting, and sometimes this can actually mess up your game. So I just disabled mounting. And now that we're done with the graphics settings, we're gonna go right into the controller settings. Now with this update, I'm sure you can tell that your soldier feels wonky and slower in terms of your sensitivity. I believe previously I was playing on 42, and even in my first game and some of the highlights that you're seeing, I was still playing on my reduced sensitivity. After the update, I did bump it up to 46. I may even bump it up even more, but currently this is what I'm running. From there, everything else stays similar, 46 across the board. I know I changed my aim assist slowdown from 90 to 100. Still messing around with this to see how my aim feels, but currently this is what I'm running. And I changed my input curve from Battlefield 4 to Battlefield 3 across the board. Same with my acceleration preset. I'm still using Battlefield 4, 3, and Battlefield Bad Company. From there, everything is the same. You can pause where you see fit. And I'm still running 90 across the board for my aim sensitivity. And then from there, I'm still rocking my infantry zoom aim sensitivity at 90. I've seen people say that they fixed this and that you may want to turn this on. believe me, you don't want to have this on. And I'll quickly show you what I mean by that. So when I turn this on, essentially what it means is that like when you're kind of ADSing and then I do this, it's just gonna have a seamless transition going from your fast sense, if you have a faster movement sense, and then when I zoom in, it has a transition. You really don't want to have that, because when you're trying to aim in, you don't want your aim changing speed and like it gradually happening. You want to have your aim do that instantaneously. So still in aim settings, you want to turn this off, and then just to show you the difference, as you can see, it just happens instantaneously. There's no gradual slowdown. The slowdown happens immediately, which then just allows you to actually and properly aim in effectively. From there, my sensitivities from 1.0 to 2.5 is 80. From 3 to 4 is 85. And from 4.5 then 5 is at 95. And then for my bigger scopes like 6 to 10 is still on 100. The rest of my settings stay the same. I am using custom keybinds, so pause it where it seems fit. Another disclaimer, I am using the PlayStation controller that does have 2 paddles in the back, and I have custom binds for how I use my controller. These settings may not translate to help you directly, but I'm just going to show you these for the full settings guide. And also this just helps me so that I can go back just in case Battlefield resets my settings again after an update. But they did say that they fixed that, so your settings should never reset after an update. And the last thing I'll show you is my audio. I did bring down my master to 84 so that everything is not loud in my ears. So then now when I switch my audio mix over to night mode, I can hear more clearer. And they did adjust the audio in this game, so it sounds amazing. I did used to rock high dynamic. I may continue to try to mess around with the audio settings, but night mode is what works for me. And then from there, again, these are the rest of my audio settings. And then for the sake of video, I did turn off voice chat, but I'll turn this back on. And this is also what I'm rocking. Voice chat's at 30, but I always adjust it depending on my teammates' audio. And that's essentially it. These are my full settings. If this setting guide helped you, please comment below. Let me know what was the most effective setting that helped you. And if you want to see more Battlefield breakdowns and guides, hit that subscribe button, turn on that notification bell, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Deuces!